Meep, meep.
Welcome to the Armory, I'm Nathan. So today I'm going to try to tackle the age-old question, how much ammunition is enough? Some people like to go with the blanket comment to say, oh, you need 1,000 rounds of every type of caliber you carry. And, you know, I understand the blanket round count idea, but the way I approach how much ammunition I need is mainly by purpose and loadout. What I mean by that is, how would the military carry ammunition? So if you look at this tactical vest here, you'll notice that it has a lot of big pockets to carry my big magazines, and it's got 3 pistol pockets, and it's got a little pocket here for shotgun shells and miscellaneous. So this is kind of, from talking to my military buddies, when they get in a firefight, they're trading rounds with their rifles. You're at long distance, you're hiding behind something, and you're trading fire with your rifle. This is what needs to be your primary focus, is my long-range primary battle rifle. What is that going to be shooting, and how many rounds do I have? So my one of the guys I watch is Southern Prepper 1. He says a minimum starting point should be 22 magazine reloads. Okay, I thought about that, and I carry 10 mags in my vest and 1 mag in the rifle. So 22 magazine reloads for my M4/AR-15 would basically allow me to blow through my entire vest and loadout, go back home, and reload my vest once. So that is a good starting point. Okay, so 10 rounds and 10 magazines in the vest, and then when it comes to pistols, you can carry 3 mags here. I carry 2 backup mags and 1 in the pistol. That's the way almost every cop across this nation that's not in a high crime area where they just heavy load carries. They carry 1 in the pistol and 2 on the belt. Pretty standard. So in that thought process, if I need to load my vest twice, that's 6 magazines for my pistol. So 22 for my main battle rifle and 6 for my pistol. Now, I have a shotgun too. My shotgun that I use, semi-auto, it's slow to reload, so it's going to be kind of a one-shot burst wonder. I'm going to shoot that, maybe take one of the 5 shells off it, reload it a couple times. Shotgun shells are big and cumbersome. I'm going to have less shotgun shells than I am going to have pistol or rifle. So I'm going to go with somewhere around 5 reloads of my shotgun. So however many shells it takes to fully load my shotgun, multiply that times 5, and that's going to be my shotgun loadout. Now, for hunting purposes, I'm going to go buy a bunch of dove load that are not for humans, but for hunting dove and stuff, and that's a totally separate issue all by itself. So you're going to want your combat rounds and your hunting rounds to be separate thought processes. Okay. Now, another thing I'm going to look at is where I have a bug out location, I can see an extremely long way from high ground over land with no trees on it, where I can see anyone approaching from well over 1,200 yards out. So that gives me the ability to have a fixed heavyweight bench rest rifle setup for long range rifle fire. So I'm going to load up, probably me, I'm going to load heavy because I'm going to want to be able to fire long distances, and I'm going to want to fire a warning shot or 2 where I don't actually have to shoot someone if I don't have to. If I can turn them without having to engage, that's better. I'd rather fire 1 round than have to shoot a whole bunch of people and waste a lot of ammo. So I'm going to be carrying about 100 sniper rounds. Now you may live in an area where you can't, sniper rifle's just not effective. If you can't see past 300 yards anywhere you are, don't bother with any type of long range sniping equipment. By the way, sniping equipment takes a lot of practice and it's highly costly, so if you're not already into the sport, you probably don't want to worry about it anyway. You're probably going to be the type of guy who's going to carry the semi-automatic battle rifle and be a 300 yard or less range operator like most people in the military are. Alright, so lastly, 22 rounds. I would suggest that in your loadout you go, and if you have 22s, you go and buy a brick of 525 rounds of 22. It doesn't cost much. It's in a nice brick form, and that will give you plenty of rounds to shoot squirrels with, to shoot rabbits with, and to have just for plinking and practice. My AR-15, I have a conversion kit, so I can fire 22 out of it. So again, if you have a conversion kit to fire 22 out of your rifle and a pistol as a practice weapon, you may want to go heavier on the 22. If you're going to be practicing with your main rifle and a conversion kit on your pistol, and or a pistol like your pistol that shoots 22 out of it, that is similar. A lot of manufacturers make copies of their main pistols and make them into 22 pistols too. You may want to go heavier on the 22 so you can practice and keep your skills up without having to fire off your main rounds. So again, this is just my rule of thumb. This is my loadout and the way I do it. You take what I say and you apply it to your situation and you adjust accordingly. So depending on your situation and your weaponry and your armory, you're going to want to adjust these round counts differently. So again, I'm going to say 22 minimum reloads for your main battle rifle. I'm going to say 6 reloads for your pistol. I'm going to say 5 reloads for your shotgun. And then I'm going to say, if you're going to go sniper, go around 50 to 100 rounds depending on your situation, if it'll be effective for you, or none at all. Or maybe you just need 50 rounds because you may use your rifle for hunting deer or other large game. And then lastly, some 22s. I would pick up a brick if you have 22s to go with your overall system, just so you have those for hunting and for practice purposes. So I hope this helps you. Again, look at the way the vest is laid out. The vest is laid out with the capability of carrying 10 M16, M4, AR-15 mags. It's capable of holding 3 pistol magazines, and it's got a pocket that'll hold probably 15 or 20 shotgun shells. So the reason they design these vests these way is because this is how most operators carry their rounds and their round counts, and this is what the vast majority of people carry. I don't believe in reinventing the wheel. I'm going to stick with what the professionals use and copy them because they've been doing them forever. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was informative, and I hope it helps you know what amount of ammo to buy. If you go way pistol heavy on your ammo and neglect your rifle, you're doing yourself a disservice. Again, if you go all shotgun and you're taking up all your spare space and you have none for your rifle or pistol, you're still doing yourself a disservice. Depending on your situation though, you're going to have to make those calls yourself. But buying the exact same amount of ammunition for every gun you have, I think that's a ridiculous idea because it's unrealistic. It doesn't represent the amount you're going to shoot in an emergency without rule of law situation, and we want to mimic our ammo storage to what we would need in an emergency situation as to what we would need. I would not go out and buy food and just buy nothing but cases of beans and more beans and not balance it out with rice and other vegetables and some type of meat product. Again, you want to look at your ammo storage capabilities and look at what you're honestly going to be using in an emergency more of, and buy more of that. So, hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, God bless America and long live the Republic.